Miss Fishback says she's losing her sight, but that doesn't mean she can't see that her fiancé is up to no good. Today on Divorce Court. All rise. The Honorable Judge Starr presiding.
Hello, everyone. You may be seated.
Your Honor, the case of Fishback v. Cowan.
Thank you very much, Ms. Fishback and Mr. Cowan. Welcome to Divorce Court, and thank you, everyone, for joining us today for our case of Fishback v. Cowan. Ms. Fishback and Mr. Cowan have been together for 6 years. They've been engaged for 6 months. They have one child together, so they are trying to determine if they're in it for the long haul or if this engagement is going to be off. Am I correct, Ms. Fishback?
Yes, ma'am.
So, Ms. Fishback, why are we here in court today?
I'm here today because my fiancé has been lying and possibly cheating, and I'm here to get to the bottom of it because with my health issues, I need to know something today, or he's leaving here single, and I'm leaving here a single woman.
And you ready to move on if he's not telling you the truth?
Absolutely.
Mr. Cowan, you heard what Ms. Fishback says. What say you, sir?
Honestly, Judge, I'm here just because, I really love her. I'm really a family man, and I just want to, keep our family together. And, I'm just tired of the accusations, getting accused all the time, getting blamed for doing this, doing that. And, you know what I'm saying? I just want to just put that behind us so we can move forward.
And so you say you're getting blamed for doing this and doing that, and you're not doing any of it?
No.
All right, well, we'll see, because the two of you have said that you want to determine whether or not there's been unfaithfulness, but also if there's a way to rebuild the trust. Am I correct, Ms. Fishback?
Yes, ma'am.
Take me back to how you all first met and the challenges that you faced to get us to a point where we're here in divorce court.
Well, we met 6 years ago, I would say, at a fashion show here in ATL.
I understand that you're a dress designer.
Yes.
Fantastic.
I make prom gowns and formal attire for children.
Yeah, make young girls feel special. They get to be Cinderella for one day.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
That's the way I think of it.
Yes,
and so you all met in an industry type situation.
Yes, we met at a fashion show. He was actually a photographer. We met, he was flirting, taking all my pictures. He took 20 or more photos to where I ran out of poses. So, and then he pretty much was flirting with me, asked me on a date, and we hit it off, started dating like a month later, and went from there.
And so, Mr. Cowan, you figured this was the one for you?
Yes, ma'am. When I seen her, I was just like, wow, she's beautiful, So I approached her, shot my shot, what I'm saying? And she was cool. I took her pictures and stuff. I gave her some free photos and stuff, and we just kind of hit it off from there.
And so you all have been vibing and kicking it?
Yeah, vibing.
Wonderful, because you kicked it enough that you end up with a 4-year-old.
Yes.
So, that's a lot of time that you've been spending together. So that's wonderful, but I understand there were some challenges early on.
Yes. I have health concerns, and I'm actually blind in one eye from glaucoma.
My goodness. That's a big challenge.
Yes, ma'am. It stemmed from a previous domestic violence relationship. It's been 11 years. I actually started out with traumatic cataract.
Yeah.
And I had surgery, and it eventually became completely total blindness in my right eye. And Billy, he's pretty much been here with me every step of the way.
That's magnificent. That's wonderful. I'm happy to hear that. I'm sad that you've been facing these health challenges. You said it was a result of a previous domestic violence?
Yes, I'm a domestic violence survivor.
Another bravo. Yes, indeed. You walked away from that. And Mr. Cowan, you've been here for Ms. Fishback in the set of circumstances, correct?
Yes, ma'am. I'm always there for her, no matter what. Whenever she got to do anything, go to doctor's appointments, anything like that, I'm always there. You know what I'm saying? I drive her everywhere. And, I just always try to be that support that she don't have.
Ms. Fishback, and I appreciate that, Mr. Cowan. That's very admirable. Ms. Fishback, I'm seeing that there were some challenges, but there's a reason that there's an undercurrent of mistrust. So that's what we need to get to. Ms. Fishback, why do you think you can't trust him? You say that there's been some lying situation.
Yes. Recently, I sent him to go do the business for the Airbnb. He's supposed to meet up with our client, tour the home and everything like that.
It's in another state, right?
It's in Florida.
Okay.
It's actually in Orlando, Florida.
Okay.
So I'm calling him back to back to back. He's not answering. So I'm like, okay. I ping his location. He's nowhere in Orlando. Judge, he's somewhere. He's on the nude beach. He's literally there on a nude beach in Miami.
Goodness. Stop.
Just a topless beach.
Wait. Orlando's on one side of Florida, and Miami is on the
whole other side. A whole other side. So he's not even where he was supposed to be at.
Oh my goodness.
What have happened?
So,
I'm from Florida, so like, you know what I'm saying, to go to Orlando to Miami is not.
That's not my question.
It's not that far.
Why did you tell her you were going to be in Orlando conducting business and you were in Miami at a nude
because
beach?
by the time she called me, I had already handled my business in Orlando, so I had.
So that's why you were ignoring her calls, because then you knew you were trying to get to another situation.
No, it's not even that.
So that you did not have to answer her calls as to where you were.
It's not even that. When she was calling me, I just wasn't available to pick my phone up. She just assumed that. So by the time you start blowing me up and going off, I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna respond. I'm out having a good time with my cousins and my friends.
And then why was there a female's voice I heard when I called you?
That
I heard
was my cousin.
Billy. I answered the phone. She's Billy. Billy. Laughing.
We were on the beach, and that was my cousin. I told you I was with friends.
But you're supposed to be whole in Orlando, though. But
I had already handled my business in Orlando.
So in other words, there's a reason that she's suspicious, because you lie. Listen, I just call it as I see it. Okay, as if you aren't doing something nefarious, all you have to say is, I finished the work up in Orlando. Since the family is from here, I'm gonna drive on down to Miami real quick so that I can see them.
And that's what I normally would do. But when you start blowing my phone up and accusing me of this and that, you call me 20, 30 times. You talk about something, you stalk my location. Okay, well, I'm gonna let you just assume whatever you want to assume.
And it took for me to text you.
It took
for me. Sorry, Your Honor, to interrupt. I just can't listen to him cap like that. It took for me to text him and say, I see your location. You're not where you're in Miami. You're on the other side of, you know what I mean? So then he calls me. So he knew he was guilty conscience right then and there.
I'd like to go back to, because this bothers me a little bit. It sounds like there's been just some dishonesty. Is there somebody else in Florida? Like, since you're from Florida, is there some other?
There's actually an ex in Florida. So, who he's been texting. I put two and two together, and I put some numbers together and came up with it.
That's because you Inspector Gadget. You might not be able to see out one eye, but you got good sense.
Detective Fishback.
Is your relationship, your friendship with the ex, who, by the way, if it was so good, you would have stayed with, is your friendship with that person so good that you would jeopardize your relationship with the woman you say you were married?
No, not at all.
So then why you need to be sneaky?
She jumps to conclusions all the time. Like,
the reason she jumps to conclusions is because you're not sharing what's actually going on. That's why. So why are you maintaining a text relationship with your ex? Let's get to the bottom line, because I know there's a reason for her to be so suspicious.
The thing is, like, with that situation, like, I told her from the jump that, you know what I'm saying, I do have an ex, like, we didn't end on bad terms, like, we're cordial, cool. So it's like, it's not out of the ordinary for her to be texting.
Then why you?
Excuse me, Ms. Fishback, I'm asking questions.
So it's not necessarily out of the ordinary for her to be texting me or for us to have like regular conversation.
Why?
It's nothing going on between us.
I know, but why? Why are you still in contact with your ex?
I mean, it's just regular stuff. Like I was friends with her for a long time from high school. So I mean, it's nothing weird going on between.
Do you all have children together?
No.
Okay, so Mr. Cowan, have you moved on to a new romantic relationship?
Yeah, me and her broke up years ago. So.
Okay, so does Miss Fishback know this woman?
She met her before, like when we visited Florida before, but she doesn't really know her like that.
Okay,
no.
So here's the question. Is your relationship, your friendship with the ex, who, by the way, if it was so good, you would have stayed with, is your friendship with that person so good that you would jeopardize your relationship with the woman you say you were married?
No, not at all.
So then why you need to be sneaky?
There's no need to be sneaky, but it's just she jumps to conclusions all the time. Like,
the reason she jumps to conclusions is because you're not sharing what's actually going on. That's why. You see how you just articulated to me that there's nothing going on? This is somebody who I'm friends with? Because then you actually have to have a real conversation with your partner as to whether or not that makes them comfortable. Now, if it made her uncomfortable and you said you have to get comfortable with it, then the ball's back in her court if that works for her. People avoid those kinds of conversations because you don't really want to know the real answer. Because the real answer may be, that don't work for me, which she has every right to say. And you would then have a right to say, well, that might mean we're not compatible because I'm not going to cut off a friendship when I know nothing is going on. See, those are real mature, grown folk conversations. And if you're not ready for real, mature, grown folk conversation, you're not ready to be married.
Yeah.
You really are gonna have to have real conversations. You can't avoid. It sounds like you try to avoid situations.
Because I'm not really confrontational. I don't like to argue, and sometimes I just
It doesn't have to end up in an
I don't like
argument.
to explain myself. Like I just.
Well, you
handle
have
my
to
business.
explain yourself if you're gonna marry somebody. Because it's not you anymore.
I mean.
You do. I mean, that's the way marriage works. You're gonna have to explain yourself. You're going to, and that's how fatherhood works. Like the child's mother can't just roll off, and instead of being in Orlando, where she's supposed to be, she goes to the topless beach down in Miami. The child's mother can't do that.
That's a lie. I wasn't at no topless beach, Your Honor. I was not at no topless beach.
That's not what your location says.
Let's just put that in the air right
Cap.
there. I was at the beach,
Why
but I
you
was not
lying?
at a topless beach. I went to her client, right?
Okay.
And I got lost. So I'm trying to text her to figure out where it's at.
She told him to come over because she was in heat, and the only person I know to be in heat is cats and dogs.
Mr. Yarborough, we asked Mr. Cowan, have you had sexual contact with anyone that she is not aware of?
Polygraph examination results indicated.
Come on now.
No.
So who was it?
I'm a little shady on some of this behavior, and I understand that that's not the only time that you've had some real suspicions
At all.
of what was going on.
At all.
What happened when he was supposed to pick up the fabric?
He was literally supposed to just pick up fabric because I had like eye pressure. Like I said, my doctor had gave me a notice and told me to, you know, because I had really bad eye pressure. Like my eye pressure was building.
He knows all of that. He knows that he's got to do these things, and you are the one that told me.
So I thought maybe, you know, he could help, because he usually always does do the errands and things for me, but this particular time, he didn't answer his phone. It only takes like 30 minutes or so to, she lives close, she's not that far.
So wait, what was the errand? Go pick up some fabric and then bring it back?
Go pick up the fabric, he didn't bring it back. When he brings it back, then he's supposed to go and drop it off.
Oh, okay.
So he just went MIA. Like, at this point, he's MIA, he's not, it's another situation. He's not responding.
Oh my
You're not
goodness.
responding, he's literally supposed
Mr.
to.
Cowan, what's going on?
She's lying.
Okay.
Like, straight
So
up.
lying.
Like, I went to her client, right?
Okay.
And I got lost.
Okay.
So I'm texting the client to, like, you know what I'm saying, figure out, you know, where it's at, because it was like in a big old apartment complex. So I'm trying to text her to figure out where it's at. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if her client was drunk, whatever she
happened?
was, because she's like texting me back. Oh, like, yeah.
She said
like,
he's in heat. She said she's in heat and she needs some.
You know what I'm saying? Like, she was
Who
like
do you
flirting
know?
with me. Like,
She told him to come over because she was in heat, and the only person I know to be in heat is cats and dogs.
I'm sorry, but what did the text messages actually say?
And it was quite a few disturbing text
Excuse me,
messages.
were they back and
They were trying to
forth?
link, and he actually deleted everything that he said. He just had her looking like she was talking to herself. So he wasn't smart enough
oh, see,
to
I
delete the
never
whole
wrote
thread.
back. You see how she's assuming that
keep
I
it
deleted
real.
stuff when I just simply never wrote back?
You know what? I don't know what happened, but I know I'd be concerned. And now at least I understand. Remember when I first started out, I said, why is she so suspicious? Now at least I get it. It sounds like some shady behavior, and I would like to have some answers to the questions. And Mr. Cowan, your answers have not been sufficient enough. It's what makes your fiancé question. And that's why I see you said, let me take a polygraph examination to prove that I've not been lying. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Because at the end of the day, it's like, I understand, like, if it's not sufficient enough, but that's the truth. That's what happened.
Let's ask the expert to join us. Corey, please ask Mr. Yarborough to join us.
Sure thing. Sir.
Good day, Your Honor.
Good day, Mr. Yarborough. Please state your name and qualifications for the court.
Certainly. My name is John Yarborough. I'm a certified polygraph examiner and also a member of the American Polygraph Association. I've done hundreds of polygraphs for numerous law enforcement agencies, as well as professional and private polygraphs.
Mr. Yarborough, we asked you to administer a polygraph examination to Mr. Cowan, who willingly submitted. Is that correct?
That is correct, Your
I
Honor.
asked you to put 3 specific questions to the defendant. Question number 1, we asked Mr. Cowan, on the day you went to that beach, did you have sexual contact with anyone that was not Miss Fishback? Is that correct?
That is correct, Your Honor.
And what was Mr. Cowan's answer?
He answered no.
And what did the test results indicate?
The polygraph results indicated no deception indicated to that question.
So he told the truth.
Yep, that's one. We're gonna get through the
Told
rest.
you.
That's
I just
one,
went to
though.
the
We're gonna get
beach.
through the
I'm from
rest.
Florida. Like,
We got more. There's more.
oh my goodness.
Bring
Here
'em.
we go.
Question number 2. Mr. Yarbrough, we asked Mr. Cowan, did you have any sexual contact with the woman you picked up the fabric from for Ms. Fishback?
That is correct, Your Honor.
What was Mr. Cowan's answer?
He answered no.
What did the test results indicate?
The polygraph examination results indicated there was no deception indicated to that question.
Now, be patient. There's more. There's more. All right.
That's two for two.
Okay.
I'm 2 for 2.
Get to the end, though.
2 for 2.
More to come.
I always wanted to just know what I know. Mr. Yarbrough, we asked Mr. Cowan, since starting your relationship with Ms. Fishback in 2018, have you had sexual contact with anyone that she is not aware of? Is that correct?
That is correct, Your Honor.
What was Mr. Cowan's answer?
He answered no.
What did the test results indicate?
The polygraph examination results indicated there was deception to that question.
Come on now. Exactly. Exactly.
Get outta here.
So where's the lie?
There's no way.
Where's the lie?
There's no
So
way.
who was it? So who was
Cap.
it?
It's
Now
Cap.
it's Cap.
Lying.
Then you ain't got nothing to say? Okay.
Miss Fishback,
Okay.
hold it, please.
There's no
Mr.
way.
Yarbrough,
Okay.
thank you so very much.
You're welcome, Your Honor.
Thank you. Thank you for your results, Mr. Testman. Mr. Testman.
Oh my goodness.
Mr. Cowan, the polygraph examination is designed to detect deception. And we could ask very specific questions about the fabric lady. We could ask very specific questions about the beach. But I don't know everything that you know. So, sir, if there is something that has been going on, you owe it to your fiancé to cop to it and see if you can get past it.
Ain't no getting
Because
past
there's
it.
been some deception in this relationship. And I feel confident in saying that. And I didn't need Mr. Yarbrough to tell me. Because everything that you have said and done today has indicated there's been some deception. So is this a woman that you want to marry or not?
Of course. I want to marry
Can't
her.
be.
Because you're not telling her the truth about everything that's going on?
Tell her the truth. Like,
hell
I mean,
no.
I can stand here today as a man and admit that I have made mistakes. You know what I'm saying? There has been other women that I've talked to, texted, you know what I'm saying? But this is never gone no further than that.
But see, that's what the test is designed to do. It's designed to detect deception. So we can detect that you were being deceptive about something, and you don't owe me the truth. You owe your fiancé the truth.
It's a wrap. It's a big wrap.
So, Ms. Fishback, I can't tell you what to do, but I can tell you that this is not the time to get married. This is not the time to plan a wedding because you all are not mature in a relationship where honesty is the foundation. You can't marry somebody if they can't trust you. And you can't marry somebody who is supportive some of the time, but then other times absents himself. You all really would have to put your heads together and have a meeting of the minds on what relationship means to each one of you. And right now, both of you are too immature for that. Ms. Fishback, you have a lot of things that you are facing coming up in your life. If you're gonna have a partner, get one that's gonna face it with you in truth and in honesty. It's not Mr. Cowan right now. That's my verdict.
Listen, you gotta understand.
Boy, bye. Shut the hell up.
Like, you gotta understand.
Why would you
like,
bring me on here? Just to make me look stupid.
Like, cause that's
You know what I'm talking about. Like, stop playing stupid. Why would you do that?
That wasn't my intentions.
It's all good, because it's good, because you're going to go home. I'm going home
You gotta
single.
listen to
Nah, don't touch me. You're lucky I don't put you in a figure 4.
Please.
Right now.
Baby, plural,
Nah.
please listen to me. Like,
Don't
you
even
gotta
talk to me.
understand, like,
It's a wrap. It's a wrap.
Made in Georgia.